Ta-da!
Welcome to This Mystic Life podcast, a podcast that aims to look at the world differently, with total responsibility for sight. I've been thinking a lot recently about why I feel called to share this podcast at this time. I actually had the idea for This Mystic Life in 2012, though I wouldn't have had the word podcast. For 2 years I'd been in America and hearing the phrase, this American life. And I felt, isn't that beautiful? I've always loved radio, and I felt it would be very powerful for there to be a voice describing this mystic life. One of forgiveness, a spirit-led adventure through seeming time and space. A reflection of daily living and mind-watching for awakening. And that these reflections would somehow compose a very natural, authentic, genuine expression of healing in mind. That because it was so intimately shared and expressed through my own story, it would have universal application as others listened for themselves. And I have never felt that I was to be a traditional teacher, more an itinerant rabbi or way shower, wandering the world, describing what I see, witnessing to what is wanted and needed in the mind at any one time, noticing patterns repeating where forgiveness is yet to be understood, blind spots where the self-concept and the rubber meets the road, and where when we give ourselves to soaring, we can be done through. And it's very important that I maintain that reverence of having this extension purely be for that one self that we share, and intimately as I experience myself to be. That it must serve there first, for there truly to be anything extended, because it is only an experience that can be shared. And if I'm not attentive to that experience and allowing it to be my singular focus, that the peace of God is my one goal, that it's my actual experience in every moment, then these would just be more words. And the world does not need more words right now. The world upon which I'm looking needs compassion, companionship, and non-compromise. And that's all I aim to offer in sharing this. First and foremost, it is for myself. I'm a talking mystic. It helps me to hear myself speak. I listen attentively with you to hear how we are to approach and look and watch and witness this world that appears before us. I do not come with a conclusion that I have drawn to teach and tell you how you should live. And I ask only that you listen as you receive from your internal teacher all the meaning it has for you. There is a huge striving right now for a shift in identity into one that is stronger and more robust and straighter, like a straight shooter. And yet there can be a great temptation with stepping into anything that could be perceived as a leadership role, directing, instructing, talking, telling. I desire to come here as a child, to sit with those who also long to listen and to hear through our joint listening the Spirit who knows what's best for all in every circumstance, comfort and soothe our mind, release our expectations, and renew our faith that everything is forgiven. And I very much feel that it is that second place position that gives us the best perspective, a perspective that is being purified and that is potentially very close to vision, should we allow ourselves to be taken, to gently be moved in a heart opening, not of hope, but of healing in mind. And so as these sharings have begun to pour through me, I come excitedly for myself to press record on a very old iPhone with a half-working microphone, sitting in front of a blustery window in the wilds of Montana at this moment, watching my prayer flags flap, to share only what I need to hear for myself, what I've discovered today, fresh, in my own experience of being, that perhaps has a value not only in the listening again for myself, but in the speaking to the one that we are. That this companionship may offer you, in the quiet of your own heart, wherever you seem to be, that development of trust and support and belonging that is your right, without the false friendships and the reciprocity. And so that's what this is, this mystic life. A quiet, still, watching, witnessing brother and sisterhood that seeks not to change the world, but desires to change their mind about the world. And I hope that we can allow ourselves to be taken in by this stranger within us, who's longing to know us and draw us closer. And perhaps in using this device of this podcast, we can feel safe to draw intimately nearer to a true intimacy of being beloved. It may be necessary to step out of familiarity for a while and to embrace the unknown. But this need not be isolating. The silent sister and brotherhood all over the world go with you, watching and witnessing to the movement in the mind that you graciously offer the entire universe. And though we may at times not be connected through more common means, and though we may at times not have avenues of expression where we can hear one another in form, I am aware that we are now listening to and with one another. And that mind is awake and alive and aware. And nothing, no activity of time and space can disrupt that continuity, that consistency of our honest coming together for healing in mind.